Welcome back to the Pro Light Final. Final number 1 here at Port Melbourne. And we're on lap 10 of 27. Action of plenty throughout the field with Joseph Mawson starting to make his way back up the order.
Yeah, unfortunately he got caught up in a lap 1, turn 1 incident. He's making his way through the field. We're back on board now with 4th place Jake Spencer. This final corner onto the main straight, very important to get a good run on. And these engines rev to 16,000 RPM. You can hear him just on the rev limiter as he makes a move up the inside into turn 1.
Yeah, make that move up the inside of Daniel Rochford there. Use the front brake significantly to get the kart stopped, turned into the corner, and now he's moved up into 3rd place and sets his sights on Keane Fothergill in 2nd place.
The Cosmic Kart domination continues. They're running 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 through that fast left-hand corner. That's one of the best corners in Australian karting.
Yes, the Pro Light drivers they're hitting around about 100 odd kilometres an hour through that part of the circuit, and it's certainly very challenging.
It's good now. Downhill run, it's so important to get a good run onto the front straight, and these engines will be hitting the rev limiter as they approach the braking zone into turn 1.
We have a look at the top 5 at the moment. It is the leader in Adam Hughes who's showing the way. For Jam Racing, Keane Fothergill, the 2010 Series champion, is in 2nd place. They're on board now with Jake Spencer, who's in 3rd, pressured by Daniel Rochford, and George Duranis is there in 5th place, certainly very tight at the front.
It is. Jake Spencer currently 3rd in the points. He'll be looking to make inroads on the 2 in front to try and get some points for the championship.
The championship is bound to go down to the wire. Adam Hughes leads the way coming into this first final here at Port Melbourne, but there's still a long, long way to go in the championship as Duranis look inside of Rochford.
He nearly got the move done. He had a nose up the inside of Rochford, and Rochford shut the door. It'd be interesting to see this battle continue through the rest of the race.
Have a look now on the final lap, and it is Adam Hughes who holds a slender lead over Keane Fothergill. Fothergill knows that he needs to try and get as many points as possible as they come around the final section of the circuit.
These two have been the class of the field, really, the whole race. They've done a great job, no mistakes, no issues, and they'll be looking forward to conserving for the final, the all-important final race coming up after this one.
Yeah, certainly will be. Adam Hughes has now etched his lead over the 2nd place of Daniel Rochford, but he takes the victory, and he knows that he's 1 step closer to the Pro Light Championship. So Adam Hughes takes the victory by nearly 0.3 of a second over Fothergill. Spencer in 3rd, Daniel Rochford in 4th, Matthew Waters came through to 5th, and Joseph Mawson a great comeback to finish in 6th spot. The CIK Stars of Karting Series sure has produced some big names, all of which have some great memories from their karting days. So with the series finale in Melbourne, we thought we'd send our reporter Chad Naylan over to the house of former series champ Mark Winterbottom to hear some of his stories. But what Frosty doesn't know is that we're armed with some great old photos.
I always loved karting, but never probably had that opportunity to go and buy one. But then with the P50 falling off, getting a feel for motors but not the pain, put it in a trading post, sold the P50, then had about $1,000 worth of cash, took the $1,000 from the P50, went and bought my first go-kart, put it in my bedroom. You know, it was there for the first couple of weeks, and then we went racing, and that sort of was how it all got started. We had a great run, you know, it was junior national light Australian titles, and then you stepped up to seniors. I remember that first time at Gladstone, you were the young bloke, raced for Tony Kart, the factory team, we had the truck, rolled up, all these blokes have been testing for weeks. And that first run in seniors and then going out and winning your first senior club and light national title, that's the one that stood out of all my wins. In karting, you wanted to get those national titles and all those things, but the ultimate goal was to be a professional, motorsport in Australia, and that's V8 Supercars. Driving the kart to a car is different, but the racing side of it, the setup side of it, the mental component that you used in karting, it all transfers through. And what's funny is today you race the same blokes you raced in karting, and the same traits they had then, positive or negative, they still bring into V8 Supercars now. So, Wing Cup, Will Davison, Michael Caruso, Alex Davison, they're blokes we've raced for years. So what you learn about them then, I still use up my sleeve to try and use against them now, because they do exactly the same thing, just you're doing 200 kilometres an hour quicker and someone else is paying the bills. That's about the only difference. Everything that you learn in karting, you'll take through your career, and hopefully, you know, a few of the young blokes can make it because there's some good talent. Not everyone will make it, but opportunity, right place, right time, do the right things and you'll make it.
Well, as you can see by the vision, it's a cosmic domination at the front of the Pro Light field. The grid for the final race of the year is Adam Hughes and Cian Fothergill, who will line up on the front row. Then they're followed by Jake Spencer and Daniel Rochford. Cosmic Racing Australia's Matthew Waters and Top Cut's Joseph Mawson on the third row. Then we go back to Jordan Nicolau and Brooke Top, and Jared Ebzery and South Australian George Garidis round out the top 10. On board now with Jake Spencer starting from the inside second row, and we're green on the final race of 2012.
This shapes up to be a cracking final race of the year, Lee, as we see a little bit of biff and barge between who wanted to lead through the first corner. They've got through there very cleanly. Back on board now, Jake Spencer through the first couple of corners. He's in second place, made a great start.
Yeah, made a great start, but the man who made the best start of all was the championship leader in Adam Hughes. Now, Hughes won in Ipswich, but he also won on debut at this very circuit at the end of 2010.
Yeah, he did. There's no better way to start a final when you're leading the championship, to get out in front and do your best to win the race. Really impressed with Joseph Mawson in that final number one lead. He got turned around in the first corner, managed to get his way back up to sixth, and he's right on the back of this lead group.
Yeah, he's right on the back there. Have a look at the battle here with Waters looking inside of Fothergill when Mawson follows him through.
That was a great move. He's on the charge now. He'd be fired up from that pre-final, and he'd be looking to do the best he can in this final race of the season.
Mawson is the only non-cosmic driver to have won a round this year, and he's looking to make it two here this weekend as he goes inside of Waters, who will be representing Australia in the World Championships this year.
He's right in the middle of this cosmic sandwich now. He's got Cosmics in front, Cosmics behind, and he's flying the flag for Top Cut. It's good to see.
Yeah, great to see. Joseph is also competing in the CIK FIA World Under-18 Championship this year. It's a 3-round series, and he's doing a great job over there as well.
Cian Fothergill up the inside. He'd be a little bit disappointed dropping a few spots back from his grid spot on the front row, but he'll be looking to press on and try and get a good result to finish the year.
Pressing on he is. You can see him drop a wheel off on the exit of that turn. And Fothergill, his name sits alongside some great names in Australian motorsport.
Yeah, absolutely. The honour roll in this category is awesome. Two names that stick out to me, the 2001 and 99 champions, Mark Winterbottom and Jamie Whincup. Those guys cut their teeth in this category, and the stars of our future motor racing are right here.
No doubt whatsoever. Is go back on board with Jake Spencer. He's looking at his teammate of Adam Hughes down the inside. You can see him grab every bit of brake he can and test the limits of adhesion at turn number one.
That was a great move. He lined him up down the straight, pulled out, got the move done. Adam Hughes wants to consolidate his championship lead, so he didn't want to get in any argy-bargy.
Yes, Hughes has certainly got one eye on the championship and one eye on the race victory, but I know which one he'll be eyeing off most, and we'll find out after the break.